Is that loud to you?
No.
Maybe it's... I don't know. That's all the way up.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Welcome to class.
Welcome to Podcast 101. We are your teachers. I am Professor Cable.
And I am Professor
followed by
Cable.
Professor Cable. We're the Professor Cables of
Professor Cabals.
podcasting. This is your intro to podcasting. This is Podcasting 101.
First lesson. Have random sounds ready to go.
They bring up the mood,
They bring up the laugh.
the laugh potential.
The random, what is spontaneity?
The laugh potential is key part of Podcasting 101. That is very quiet.
That's what you turned it down.
I did not. I turned it up.
Oh, did you?
During the intro, I turned it up. See, Podcasting 101,
You turned it up. Level up. Where to?
now we're leveling up. This is now Podcast 102.
Podcast 101.
Oh, I thought we leveled up.
Oh, we're 102 now. Would it be 202?
Maybe.
I don't know how college courses
I don't
work.
either, but this is Podcast 101. We're going to teach you guys how to have a podcast.
Teach you how to have a podcast.
So first thing you got to do is you got to be able to talk.
That's true.
If you can't talk in a language out of your mouth, excluding Ethan's ASL.
Yes, definitely excluding, because unfortunately,
You can't listen
you
to
could have a
ASL.
podcast with ASL. It's just it'd only be for people who could watch, not for people who could listen. So it'd be a video only podcast.
This is what the podcast would sound like if you had ASL.
Yeah. Correct.
So yeah, if you can speak a language,
No
great.
offense to mutes.
You've got your first step
you can
done.
have a podcast too if you're a mute. That's fine.
Your first step is done. You can speak. Step 1, check it off. Step 2.
Are you waiting for me?
Yeah,
or-
that's
oh,
where
I'm
you
sorry.
come in,
I
Professor
thought
Cable.
you had one prepared.
No.
Because you just said step 2.
Yeah.
Step 2, buy equipment.
Yep. Step 2, you
Or
gotta
know someone that can buy you equipment.
Yes.
Or get a sponsor that can buy you equipment.
Yes, equipment.
Equipment.
Step 2, equipment.
Step 2, equipment.
We highly suggest the Zoom H6.
Zoom H6.
Has
and
4 input Audio
Technica
microphones.
microphones.
If you can afford the
They're good.
2021s, do it.
They're great.
If you can't,
We don't know, but they're
look
great.
at the 1012s. I
Yeah.
believe that's what these are. Great quality. And never forget your pop figures.
Yeah, you need some sort of, if you're going to do a video one, you need some sort of background, whether it's good or not. When we started with the green screen
does that
background.
count as equipment? I think that's
I mean, I guess
step 3 is
technically,
set. Step 3 is set.
Step 3 is set.
If you're filming.
If you're filming.
So we don't even need to be there yet. Step 2,
Step
equipment.
2 is still equipment.
Make sure you have your recording audio piece device.
Yeah.
And then
And the devices that input the audio.
input the audio
The mics.
into the device.
And it's good to have headphones.
And headphones. Some nice, decent headphones.
Decent. Even if they're okay. Like, $40 headphones.
That's fine.
That's what I bought these for. And they sound okay.
So, yeah. That's
If you have
step
volume
2.
control, that's a plus. If you're not hard of hearing, if you're sensitive hearing.
Sensitive of hearing.
Yeah.
You can turn
If
it
you
down.
don't like loud noises. Ethan plugs his ears.
I was listening to the plane fly
Ethan, I was
over.
going to do a loud noise.
I was listening to the plane fly over
I
there.
didn't hear the plane. Shh.
It's gone.
There's no plane.
Step 2, equipment, check. Step 3. Step 3, if you're planning on doing it solo, have a talking list point list.
Yep, trying to go solo and have nothing prepared
Good luck.
does not work very well.
You can't riff off anything.
Unless you're just a great fucking, what's the word I'm looking for, Professor?
I think the word you're looking for is spontaneous
Spontaneous combustion.
And witty and...
Yeah, and if you have a lot of stories...
And if you
lived...
really good at improv.
If you're good at improv, yeah. If you got a lot of stories that are long.
Typically, you should pick a topic.
Typically.
If you're doing it by yourself, discuss a topic.
Ours has no topic usually,
yeah.
but it's because we're brothers and we can riff with each other and
it works.
It works.
So step 3 is
even though nobody
figure out what
listens,
you're talking about.
Figure it out.
Figure it out. Just get it fidgeted out and
fidget it
and do it. So step 3 is topics.
What's the
step 3.1?
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm not done.
Step 3.
Find your, what's the word? Like find
niche.
Your niche. Like like on that road. Your niche. Like find your
niche.
That's almost the same word.
It is the same word. It is definitely the same word.
No, it's not.
But pronounced differently.
No, it's not. For real?
Yes.
Does my voice sound different to you?
No.
Okay. I think it's the headphones.
That's
maybe it's time to buy better headphones.
That's back to step 2. You need better equipment.
Buy better headphones.
Moving on to step 3.
Back to step 3.
Topic.
Find your groove. That's the word I was looking for. Find your groove and keep with it, because if you find your groove, you can always talk about that same thing in different varieties and contexts and stuff.
Like if you like
Our
Pokemon,
groove, yeah,
you could do
you
it.
You could have a whole ass podcast about Pokemon. I'm sure there already is.
Yeah,
there's podcasts
if you like
for
sports.
Everything. If you like sports podcast.
If you like comedy,
Emperor's New Groove.
Please put the picture of him right when he says that, and he's just. Oh shit. Step 3 topics. You don't have to have one if you have somebody that you can riff with and just have funny times. Hurt. So step 3.1.
You know when you cough too hard and you see those little like lights?
Mm-hmm. And your head really hurts?
My head doesn't hurt.
Oh no, it does when you cough.
No,
like when you cough and it does that strain.
My lungs hurt.
You feel like your skin's pulling back and you're like
no, don't.
I get that. And then my eyes get stars in it. Step 3.1. If you're not doing it solo, that means you have a co-host.
And congratulations.
Congratulations. You have a friend that's willing to sit down and talk to you for at least 30 minutes, if not an hour.
If not longer.
If your podcasts are shorter than that, don't fucking do one.
Correct.
Nobody's going to listen to a 15-minute podcast.
Don't feel like you can't do a 15 to 20-minute podcast. Because shit, there's people who have 15, 20-minute drive to work. They'd probably listen to your 15, 20-minute podcast as it was something they liked.
Maybe.
They might not have time for a full-hour podcast. You
I think
know.
It's time for us to change our length.
We're going to 10 minutes.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
This is the Podcast 101.
Not.
No.
You're stuck with us for another 45 minutes at least.
So step 3 and 3.1 have been covered. What's step 4, Professor?
Funny noises.
That was in.
Was that in one of them?
Yeah. I don't think so, because said we were going to get there.
Step 4. Is there a step 4? I feel like 1, 2, and 3 I've got you set up.
Yeah, that's your basics.
If we're going to step 4, that's like once you started.
An advanced podcast now.
This is 202.
This is advanced.
If you've already got everything set up.
This is advanced 101.
This is advanced
101.
Game Boy Advance.
101.
Yeah.
Episode 101.
Yeah.
How many times can we say 101? Can we say it 101 times?
Let's hope.
Advanced 101.
Advanced 101.
Step 1 in Advanced 101.
In Advanced 101 is once you've got your groove, once you got your equipment.
Once you got your Emperor's New Groove.
Once you got your Emperor's New Groove.
He's a llama.
Yeah. It's really time to just
pull the lever, Crunk. That's what it's time for. It's time to pull the lever.
Pull the lever, Crunk. And
stick to it.
Broaden your horizons.
Stick to it.
Oh.
Whoa!
Oh, we've lost the lights.
I pulled the lever.
He pulled the lever, Crunk.
I'm so confused.
Wrong lever.
Wrong lever.
Wrong lever.
Oh, wrong lever.
Oh. I haven't watched that movie in a long time.
It's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute.
A long time.
So, yeah.
The fact you just yelled wrong lever. Step 4.
No.
You've got your
Step
one of 101.
advanced.
You've
Step
got your
101
groove.
and 101 advanced.
You've got your groove.
You got your groove.
You're cranking out.
You're cranking it.
Five
you cranked at
episodes
least 5
probably.
to 10 episodes.
And you're like, this
finding
is
it.
fun.
I'm enjoying
This is a
it.
good time. You're wondering how to up your game.
Time to create bits.
Time to create little
Recreating bits.
inside jokes that
Recreating?
you
No.
and your listeners
Not recreating. Excuse me. Reoccurring bits.
callbacks.
Callbacks, if you will.
It's time to start creating your little bits.
That
and
way, when you get listeners, if you do, it's okay if
if
you don't.
and when.
If and when they go back and you do this episode number 20, and they're like, oh, callback episode 4, that's funny. I want to go back and listen to episode 4.
So they're going to
That's
go
how
back
you-
and listen to episode 4,
Yeah.
and then they're going to get the joke. And then in episode 25, when you call back to episode 20, calling back episode 4, we should have
Maybe
a
you should go
dictionary of podcasts words. What are a dictionary of podcast words that we say that people might not understand? Like callback.
Callback was used way before podcasts. Though.
Okay, but it's a
See,
word.
look at my spike. Okay, no, it's fine. I'm sorry. But see when I'm talking.
But see, when you're talking,
When I start talking, it's fine, but then when I continue talking, it keeps going down and down and
Because
down and
you're
down and down
progressively-
and down and down and down and down and. I didn't change my volume there. Period.
yeah, you did.
Nah.
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah.
No.
Anyways, step 1 of
Drop
101
your-
advanced.
Just drop your puff bar and fart.
Step 1 of 101 advanced. When you get in your groove,
Start making a better groove.
no,
Yeah,
because you're already in your
making
groove. Make your
callbacks,
groove deeper.
Make some bits. Yeah, you're
Dig
you're,
the groove deeper.
That's what I'm saying.
You
Make
said,
your groove better.
Whatever.
Same difference.
Dig the groove.
Difference.
Difference. Dig the groove deeper. Make your reoccurring bits. Make your. If you got topics and you
Is
want
that
to
in your pants? That's in your pants.
and you want to make like a
bit.
or a
Segment.
segment
Is
that
the
you
word you're looking for?
revisit.
There you
Yes.
go. You're welcome.
Thank you, Professor.
No problem.
When you revisit, it'll feel more natural and
Whoa! See?
and
Natural comes natural.
comfortable, because once you keep doing those, you'll have that
Fluidity.
to rely on.
Oh.
Like,
Remember fluidity?
yeah, when me and Trevor don't know what to
R.I.P.
do, and we're like talking, and we get in a buzz,
In a buzz?
in a
Funk?
we usually rely on a card game or a Mad Lib
Some sort of
or
bit.
some sort of bit that we have done and is now reoccurring.
Correct.
That's step 4. Make your groove deeper in
No, step 1 of 101
step
advanced.
1 of 101 advanced.
Step 2
Step
of
2 of
101
101
advanced.
advanced.
If you fall into that category of running out of things to talk about, running out of things to do, don't be afraid to try new things.
Never be afraid to try
Never
new things.
be afraid to try new things.
Just because
we
you
were
don't
getting
have
to
the experience doesn't mean you're not qualified.
Exactly. And you'll get the feedback whether you have fans or not.
True.
That's not true.
Also
you
true.
get feedback as if you have fans.
Not true.
How do you know?
If you have friends that listen to that episode and
Well,
give you
I would call
feedback.
our friends that listen fans.
I wouldn't.
Really?
Yeah. I
You
wouldn't say
wouldn't
they're
say,
fans of the show. Jesus,
I'm
man.
sorry, I have COVID. I'm just kidding, I don't. If I had COVID, I would be discording this.
You know, in intro to podcasting 101, we should have had podcasting etiquette. in there.
Don't cough in the mic.
Don't cough in the mic.
I did like this.
Don't eat on the mic.
Don't do that. We learned that.
We learned that.
See?
Don't drink
and
on the mic.
Let's do a 4.1. You will learn along the way of what you can do
learn a
and
lot
what you
on the
can't
way.
do. If you want to, indulge yourself in some podcasts and see what you shouldn't do, what you should do, listen to early episodes of podcasts. Because if you listen to the early episodes, you'll be like, I didn't like that.
I didn't like, boy, we did that.
And they probably quit doing that in their podcast.
Yeah.
So, you never know. Ethan's got something funny.
Pick up the mic.
What you got that's funny? Oh, he says, keep going.
What?
Later, loser. Ethan, how do you say thank you in sign language again? Okay. How do you say you're welcome? 3. Okay. I had a guy that spoke sign language come into work the other day, and he could not talk. And he kept pointing his phone, yada, yada, yada. And then he kept doing this, saying, you're welcome. I was like, I know that's you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry. I knew that meant thank you, but I didn't know how to say you're welcome, so I felt bad. So now I know. If I get another one, I'll say, you're welcome. To the chest. And he'd be like, hey, but not. That's fucking sorry.
Fuck off.
Don't be afraid. Step 4.2. Don't be afraid to push your boundaries.
Just know when you hit
Like
it.
you can say and
Whoa! No!
then the editor's got to go back and
Son
edit
of
it
a
out.
bitch. 21, Ethan. This is the time mark.
Can we?
No,
just
we cannot
once.
leave
No,
that in there.
I'm not asking to leave it in. You've seen Scott Pilgrim, right? You know when they cuss and they do the. Can you do that for me? Thank you. Just the once. I'll never ask for it again. You know what I'm talking about? You've seen Scott Pilgrim.
I have, but I don't. Where they put the pixels over their mouth and
Yes.
stuff? Okay,
They put like a
yes.
Japanese like pixelated thing and they make it go or whatever you want
Yes.
to call it.
Scott Pilgrim's a live-action anime.
It is. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I fucking love that movie.
It was a great
I need to
movie.
rewatch it when I can turn my fucking sound bar all the way up because God, that movie's so good loud. It's so good.
I think you think every movie is good loud because last night
This is
the
true.
walls were rumbling again.
I don't believe that.
I do.
I had it at 19.
That's loud
out of
enough to
100.
rumble my walls.
I was watching Impractical Jokers. There's no way.
That's loud enough to rumble my walls.
It doesn't help
dog.
that my TV's literally up against your wall.
But
I'll
still.
get that. But
I mean, you're lucky
You
it doesn't
sleep
bug
deep.
me.
You're
I'll
fine.
say you're lucky it doesn't bug me.
yeah.
Plus, I also got late. What did we just say? 4
It's funny. It's a bit.
101. No.
It's a bit.
In 101 3.2 podcast etiquette.
3.2, we're still on 2.
No, in podcast etiquette. In
Oh, we're
101
going back to 3.
non-advanced.
Got what?
Non-advanced 101.
I thought that was 4.
No. Or sorry, yeah, 4.
Yeah.
Etiquette.
Yeah, get. Thank you. Appreciate your bit. Come.
All right.
Don't be afraid to use other
4.2
podcast bits.
etiquette. Don't use other podcast
Step
bits.
4.3, don't be afraid to use other podcast
Do
bits
be.
because what if your listeners don't listen to that podcast? They'll think it's yours.
No, that's theft. And
No, it's not.
copyright.
Incorrect.
It's theft and copyright.
I disagree entirely.
Mm.
Have we ever been copyright stricken by dying?
We've never been recognized by Diner, so
That almost sounded like you said die.
no.
The way you just said it.
Jesus.
You said die.
Ner. I said die. Ner.
Yeah, don't say that. You're saying bad words.
No. You're the one who's assuming I'm saying bad words when I'm talking about
Ass.
Guy Fieri.
I love Guy Fieri.
He hasn't recognized us from Dying
Tiffany has
Nerd
Discovery
Drivers and
Plus,
Dives.
and they have all seasons of Diners, Drive-Ins, and
Fuck
Dives.
yeah.
You know what I do when she goes to sleep? I just watch Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
That's me with Shark Tank on Hulu.
Really?
Yes. Anytime Andy falls asleep,
You
I turn on Shark Tank.
Interesting. I don't mind Shark Tank.
Dog,
It's not
that
bad.
show was good.
But damn, when I'm sitting there and I'm like, I want to watch some good food. Did you know they made a Twisted Root Burger episode?
Diners, Drivers, and Dives?
Yeah.
I'd assume.
Out of Hugh Dalfort.
Hugh Dalfort.
It was one of the 3 major cities in Texas where they started. It was like the original Twisted Root Burger. It was pretty cool. They've changed a lot since that original episode, like 5-6 years ago. But still, it was pretty cool to see.
Very cool.
Someplace I've eaten before. Have you ever... Do you enjoy Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives?
Yeah, it's good. It's a
Have
great
you ever
show.
seen a place and been like, damn, I really want a road
Yeah.
trip there?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm down.
Let's make a road trip map of, nothing... excuse me. Nothing... nothing too far out. And just make like a little circle that brings us back.
Okay.
You don't do that?
Sure.
Should we look and see if there's any Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives in Colorado?
Let's do it.
Let's do it and hit them up while we're there.
All right. I'm down.
All right.
Me and my friends from the TMG Discord said we were going to do a burger tour. We're going to
Speaking of podcasts.
Yeah, but that's their Discord, not their podcast. We said we were going to do a big burger tour.
Burger tour.
We're
I'd
gonna
love a burger tour. That'd be cool.
We're going to go across the U.S. and try burgers from every state.
I love that. That's amazing.
And we said we're going to start at Whaddaya in Texas.
Right.
And then,
White Castle.
yep, White Castle's on the list. And then In-N-Out in California was on
Fuck
the
that
list.
shit. Trash.
Delicious. Better than Whataburger.
Let's move on.
You can't beat their service.
Fuck the service. It's about the food.
No.
I
Not
don't
when
care
you
if
wait
LaQuish-
40. If you have to wait 45 minutes at Whataburger for a cold burger, when
Not
you can
true.
wait 10 minutes at
Not
In-N-Out
true.
for fresh hot
Not
burgers,
true. Not
I'd much
true.
rather wait the 10 minutes for the fresh hot
You can't compare
burger.
your one bad experience to
I've
your
had
one great experience. of it.
500 bad experiences at Whataburger
Disagree.
within the last 2 years.
Disagree.
Whataburger is trash now.
Disagree.
It is
You're
garbage.
going to the wrong Whataburger then.
No, I've gone to several different Whataburgers.
Disagree.
The only decent Whataburger is the one on the way to Falba. That's the only halfway decent Whataburger.
Disagree. The one on Cooper
Trash.
before Mayfield, good. The one on Collins and 20.
I'm not
good.
gonna drive to Collins and 20 or Cooper and Mayfield to go get Whataburger. It's not that special.
The one on Broad, good.
No.
No cockroaches.
Hell no. Hell fucking no.
Better than the one on fucking Cooper by Legacy.
Yes.
That one is the worst.
That one's bad, and the one on Broad is bad.
Disagree.
We've had our worst experience at the one on Broad
How so?
because we waited 45 minutes to get our food, sitting in the pickup out front, came
Okay.
out cold, was missing 3 things by the time we got home, and my custom burger was not custom.
So you went to a bad Whataburger. What time? What time?
At like 8 o'clock.
In the morning or
No,
night?
at night.
Were they busy?
Yeah.
That's why.
That has not... Okay, In-N-Out can be slammed around the building, and your order will taste the exact same every single fucking time.
Yeah, bad.
No. Delicious.
Plain. Boring. Tasteless.
To each their own opinions.
No.
At least it tastes good and fresh compared to Whataburger. When you get
I'm
fucking bread
I'm
and-
ordering a fucking burger. You think I want to make it taste fresh?
Yes.
No.
I'd much rather my meat taste fresh than a
I want my
stale-ass
salad
patty.
to taste fresh. I don't want my fucking burger to
I don't
taste
want my fucking burger to taste
fresh.
stale.
Joseph, why are you arguing? And that's one less person in front of you at In-N-Out.
Amen to that.
Everyone wins.
A fucking men to that. If In-N-Out went 24 hours, I would never go to Whataburger again.
That's disgusting.
Ever.
Why don't you just move to California, you loser?
Gladly. Way better weather.
Disagree. Why would you want 70 to 80 all year round? I want cold.
So go live up north.
Exactly.
where Whataburger
I'm
doesn't
going to-
exist because it's not good.
I'm going to Canada, boys.
Yeah, go. Enjoy your Hardee's.
And my free medical care. So then you have to wait 4
For
hours.
6
for-
months. At least you got
I
maple
got hockey,
syrup
though.
and hockey. Yeah.
I do enjoy a good game of hockey. Have you seen that guy on TikTok
Mm-hmm.
that camps in the woods and
Yes.
plays at the old TV places like N64? I love that guy. I don't think he lives in Canada.
Probably from Minnesota.
He's probably from Minnesota or something, but he's great. He's great.
He's
I
got
love
that
him.
soft, like, hey, how you doing today?
Well, hello there, buddy.
Yeah. Look at the little buddy
Hello
coming
there,
up with
buddy.
the stick. Talking about his dog. Yeah, that guy's awesome.
Yeah, I fucking
He's
love
so
that guy.
calming.
He is. He really is.
He really brings peace to you when he
Yeah.
cooks.
If I were to be a lone wolf for the rest of my life, that's the kind of guy I would want to be.
Hello there, buddy.
Hello there, buddy. Just living in the middle of the woods, just chilling.
Today I'm making
The
my
minimalist
favorite
life.
sandwich. Have you seen that one where he makes the bean and cheese sandwich?
The bean and cheese.
Sounds
sandwich.
horrible.
It does. It really does.
It looked horrible.
But don't doubt a man on his cooking. If he's cooking in the middle of the woods, he's
He
working
can
with
only
what he's
cook
got.
so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He's working with what he's got.
Anyways, step 3.
Oh, we're moving to
Advanced
101 part
Podcast
3.
101 advanced.
What's above advanced?
expert?
What's above expert?
Nothing. You
Oh, so
can't
we're
be
going
more
on
than-
the. We're considering ourselves experts.
No. We're
Then how do
covering
we know how to
advanced.
teach the?
We're covering advanced, and that's it. We can't
So we're
cover
not
past
going-
expert. We're
we're
not
not going-
podcast experts.
We're not. Are we not? We're
No.
almost at 2 years.
Yeah, that's not podcast experts.
How do you know?
That's 5 years. That's when you become an expert.
5 years.
Yeah.
You
That's
know
the expert
anybody
level.
besides Joe Rogan that has been podcasting for
Yes.
more than 5 years? Who?
Yeah, YMH.
Who's that?
Tom Segura and Christina Pajitsky.
They've been doing it for more than 5 years.
Yeah.
Good for
Stuff
them.
you should know.
Huh?
Stuff you should know. They've been doing it for like a decade.
Wow, I didn't even realize podcasts have been around. for a
How we
decade.
built this.
That's a
NPR.
Discovery
It's
Channel
an
show.
NPR.
That's how it's
podcast.
made.
No, that's the Discovery show. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
NPR. They've been around for like 15
National
years.
Public Radio. That's not a podcast.
They
That's
have
radio.
podcasts though.
Yeah,
Duh.
that's a radio.
They're still podcast experts.
You know Bo and Jim in the morning, 92.5.
Yeah.
Do you know they have a podcast?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
I haven't listened to it.
It's unfortunate that people are having to go to podcasts, kind of thing, because most people won't listen to radio anymore. But it's all right. We're being bombed by the Russians.
Stuff you should know has been going for 13 years.
That's a podcast?
yeah.
I figured just like a subreddit or something.
So that's expert level. That's
That's
above
That's
expert level.
grandmaster.
That's
How
grandmaster,
how
yeah.
have you been talking about for 13 years stuff people should know?
You should listen to some of their podcasts. There's a reason it's been going for 13 years.
I mean, I guess.
It's like you see the title.
Do
of
they
one of
cover?
them,
They cover like basic ass shit sometimes. Or no?
they'll cover anything, like
I feel like that's okay.
how blimps work, how black
That's
boxes.
interesting.
So,
work in
okay.
airplanes.
That's a selective podcast because I'm not gonna want to fucking know how blimps work.
I would.
You,
But if they
you
talk-
say that, but if you listen to an episode, you'll be surprised. You didn't know that you wanted to know how blimps worked.
I don't want to know.
You never know.
Give one episode a shot. Look at one episode that seems remotely.
That's
See,
like-
that's the thing.
That's like
I'll
last
look at one
podcast on the
episode and
left.
then not want to listen to the rest
That's
of
like
them
the last
because-
podcast on the left for me.
last podcast on the left.
The 3 Satanists that you told me to
Oh
listen
yeah,
to.
there's correct.
I cannot listen to all of their podcasts
Same.
because some of them are just too boring.
Same,
But some
Agree.
of them are.
I 100%
But it's
agree.
still a podcast, whether we want to listen to every episode or not.
Right. I definitely selected each one that I wanted to listen to. I didn't go through every single one of them.
Yeah.
And I'd skip one that if it got too like, this isn't my thing.
Yeah.
And they've been doing it for so long that you have an endless supply of stuff to look through. Of
That definitely helps.
Yeah.
Yeah. That definitely helps.
So they're grandmasters at podcasting. You can't deny that. You can't deny that. They've been doing it for 13 years, and they've had enough people.
I feel
where
like
they'll keep going for 13
grandmasters
years.
of podcasts have an episode, let's be simple, once a week that everyone wants to listen to no matter what the topic is. That's a grandmaster. That's a grand master is they listen once a week even if it's something they don't care
Stuff
about.
You Should Know is the 6th most popular.
What's the number
podcast
one?
in the
Joe
world.
Rogan.
Get the fuck out
Number
of here.
1 is Serial.
Cereal.
What the fuck is cereal?
This award-winning podcast blends investigative journalism with nonfiction storytelling and tells one story, a true story, over the course of a season.
Well, where's
So it's like
JRE at?
Yeah, where's Joe Rogan at?
What's the name of his podcast?
The Joe Rogan Experience.
He's continuing to scroll. He's way
He's
down
not
there.
in the top 10.
Oof.
Shocking.
Makes sense.
Shocking.
You can say shocking. I'll say makes sense. I hate
When you
Joe
have
Rogan.
20 plus million views on every episode,
That's YouTube. He's looking at podcasts on where you listen to.
he's
this podcast.
exclusively on Spotify.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you looking at Spotify or are you looking at what?
It's probably all platforms.
Are you Google? He's on Google.
Yeah, give me a minute.
Gotcha.
So we're not above experts.
No, I'm not saying we are.
So we can't teach expert.
Why
we
not?
can only teach advanced because
We've
we're not
listened-
experts.
We've listened to expert podcasters.
Okay, that doesn't mean we can be
I
expert
did not say, hey,
podcasters.
Google.
Yeah, you said, are you listening to Google? Are you looking on Google?
You are correct.
She heard Google.
Give her a second.
Sounds like one of these.
What?
Hey, Google, tell me a joke.
Here's a joke for Halloween. What's an optimistic vampire's favorite drink?
Blood.
Be positive.
I like that little sound effect. Good job, Google.
Be positive, funny.
Get it? Be positive. Haha.
Nice.
Very nice. Oh,
So, from this past year, just the past year, from Q3 of 2020 to Q2 of 2021, the Joe Rogan Experience was number 1.
wow.
The Daily number 2. Crime Junkie 3. This American Life 4. And Stuff You Should Know was 5. And then My Favorite Murder, which is also pretty decent.
Crime Junkies
But
is
all time.
insane.
Of all time is the one you were talking
Cereal.
about. Cereal.
Back to podcast etiquette. Do not hit your vapes on the mic.
Yeah. We're not.
The etiquette. Nobody wants to hear the buzzing of your vape on
They'll
the
be like,
mic.
what the fuck was that? Is my radio going off? And then they'll pay more attention. Have 4.3, 3.3, 2.3. Hold up.
Expert or
We're back
advanced
to
or regular?
101 part 2.
101 advanced.
No, not advanced. Yes, advanced. Game Boy Advance. Part 3, have attention-grabbing things while people are driving. Like, people are driving the car and shit.
So this is
They're
3.1.
starting to zone out. You want attention-grabbing bits. Whatever you want to talk about.
There aren't metrics for it.
Metrics? What are you talking about?
Well, there aren't measurements, statistics for
Oh, there aren't.
for because it's spread across so many platforms and
Years.
It's been going
and
for
It's
so long.
impossible to tell.
what the number 1 podcast is. That makes sense. That's fair. That's fair.
it's generally agreed upon that like NPR, The Daily, those are the most listened to of all time.
Makes sense.
Tom Papa's had a podcast since 2009. I
Who's
think.
Tom Papas?
He's a actor, comedian guy. But he used to have a server in his house. And
Really?
he would broadcast his podcast before
cool.
it was the thing where you'd stream them.
That's cool. I like that.
So he's had a podcast longer than Joe Rogan. He's the one who convinced Joe Rogan to start a podcast.
Oh. Excuse me.
Jesus.
Hiccup.
So yeah.
Anyways.
101 advanced.
101
Number 4.
advanced.
Don't be afraid to broaden your horizons.
We talked about that.
I know, but like filming or
We talked about
going to
that.
different platforms. No, we have not.
Going to different platforms is good. We're actually on Spotify now, which
Yeah.
is a very cool thing. I never thought I'd say I'm on Spotify ever in my life.
Yeah.
That's a very cool thing. Even if it's not listened to that much, I don't care. That's just a cool thing to say.
There's still a whole archive of us on
Of us
Spotify.
on Spotify. That's so fucking cool.
Yep.
What do you have to get to apply on Apple Podcasts?
We need a different resolution picture. That's it.
A different resolution.
resolution picture. Our main picture that we use as our profile
Let's
picture.
upscale that bitch.
It needs to be smaller.
Let's downscale that bitch.
We could be on Apple Podcasts too.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no minimum listenership
Let's
to be
get
on
that
there.
shit out there, boy.
You ever
We
heard
can
of
downscale.
Anchor?
I've heard of it.
They'll pay you to have a podcast on their platform.
Even if they don't have listeners?
Even no minimal listenership
Really?
required.
That's cool.
They'll give you ads.
What's the requirement?
I don't know. Never looked into it. I just know a podcast I listen to is sponsored by them.
That's cool.
But you can have your own podcast through them alone. Like, you can record on Anchor. Like, you don't have to have recording gear or anything.
That's very nice, actually.
Yeah.
4.5, you can record through websites.
Anchor.
You don't even need a full
We're not even
equipment.
sponsored by them.
We're not even sponsored. Hit up
Anchor.com.
Anchor. Don't hit that wrong lever, Crunk.
Did you change my thing again?
I think he was Googling Anchor of some sort, or looking at some.
Did you see how long it took me to realize my thing changed from last time?
What thing?
My Discord name? Not name, but the little...
Saying?
Yeah. Did y'all rechange it again?
No, but we known for a long time.
Yeah.
A very long
I
time.
never realized it said call me thick dummy.
Yeah. It's been saying that for a hot minute.
Yeah, and I just realized it the other week.
Did you really? Yeah.
And
It's
I
been
changed it.
quite a few months.
I changed it, and Ethan says, I changed it like 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah.
I was like, I just realized it, so.
Yeah. He did the minimalist change to see if you noticed.
Yeah.
And everybody else noticed. You did not.
Yeah. But nobody calls me it, so.
I mean, that was part of the thing. We don't call you that,
Yeah.
so you don't know.
So, yeah.
Did you change it? Did you change it?
Yes.
You checked.
Back to dummy thick.
Oh, okay.
Call me
Lame.
dummy thick ooh.
Right.
What? It's my saying.
No, it's not. When the fuck have you ever said that?
On Discord?
Maybe once. That doesn't mean it's your saying.
On Discord it is.
No.
Yeah. That's why it's right there. That's why Logan says, so no head? You don't know that Vine that's from?
No. The fuck, Richard?
It's a skateboarder. He's on the phone. He goes, so no head? Wham! Slams the phone, jumps on his skateboard and breaks it. And then it
That's
ends.
not nice.
It's funny.
I miss fun.
So this has been your podcast 101.
There's been 101 and 101 advanced. We're not
Thanks.
experts.
Thanks for listening, and on to the regular show.
On the regular show, which has a max of 20 minutes.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for listening to
Thanks for listening to
101.
Podcast 101.
your intro to podcasting.
Your professors,
If you've ever,
Professor Cable and Professor Cable.
if we've helped you in any way, please leave a comment. And please quit playing with the mic arm. That falls under etiquette, dude. We just went over
We're out
a
of
whole
that.
thing.
We're done.
Yeah, but you should have listened and understood that we just went through that
I didn't-
whole thing.
I didn't listen at all. I've been just doing.
Well, yeah, so you should understand then, because you've been doing, so it's part of your customary purpose on this podcast to have etiquette.
Wow, you're really angry.
So this is our new segment. This is stuff you should, or sorry, not that. It's,
No, don't say that.
No, this is what do you call it 101. So this
Yeah.
is how to have
Don't-
a what do you call it podcast.
Don't do this.
No. You have one person, preferably the brother of the other person.
Or sibling. I mean,
or
sibling works.
Sibling works. Your goal is to irritate the other person as much as possible. All podcasts.
Well, let's take as much as possible and just put possible. Because if I wanted to irritate him as much as possible, he'd have walked out way more times than he has.
Oh, and I have walked out.
He has walked out. Let's not get wrong here. He has walked out.
Don't forget,
But
you can do it to
I
the producer,
know-
too.
I know the level of buttons he has, and I know. Let's just put a generic scale. He's got 1 to 10. I know not to go past like 5 or 6, because if he hits 7 and 8 and 9, 10, he's done. Just generically, yeah.
Yeah, you just hit 6, so.
Yeah, that's why I'm done.
That's why
I haven't done anything.
That's why I'm pretty done, too. I'm fucking checked out.
It
He's
works,
checked
though.
out. It worked. You see how, if you're watching, you see how irritated he is?
Well, it works as a formula.
It works as a formula,
It's
especially if
entertaining.
we're closer to the end. If we do it at the beginning, it don't work. Because why have somebody check out the first 10 minutes of the podcast? That's not funny. That's not funny. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you push my buttons?
Because I do it all the time.
Outside of the podcast?
Yeah. That's my point.
You should do it in the podcast.
No.
Why?
Because the whole point of the podcast was for us to talk and get closer and like...
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not going to push your buttons to the
I think
point where
it'd be
you're
funny.
pissed off.
I think it'd be funny.
I push your buttons
Push my
outside
buttons
of this.
right fucking now.
No, I'm good.
Do it, bitch.
No, I'm good.
He's so checked out, he don't even want it.
I'm good. I'd much rather push your buttons outside in the real world and
Why?
let you deal with it then.
That's too real.
Yeah,
The
that's-
podcast is less real.
Exactly.
It's real, but it's
That's
not.
what the baby's for.
The
I'm
baby.
supposed to make your life...
Andy's pregnant? We're hitting a 6.5, people.
You're hovering 7 already. You're ready to push it, but you're just testing the waters.
A little bit. Let's get a dinghy. Just in the water.
Fucking hate you.
See? And he he said
Fucking hate
he
you.
fucking hates me, but he also laughed. That's when I know I'm doing it right.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if James is listening to this, but we got Gotham in
James.
trouble.
We got them in trouble?
Yeah, we
With
got,
who?
We got it with James.
Oh.
Gotham is in trouble.
Why? Did he listen to our podcast?
No. So James is obviously pretty deaf to where he has his headphones all the way up, and Gotham can hear us while he sits next to him. And he heard us get mad and curse.
On the podcast?
No,
In game.
while we're all in Discord.
Oh,
And,
no.
and so he died playing RuneScape or something. And
James
went,
got angry?
no, Gotham got upset when he died in RuneScape and went, "Fuck!" So James said we need to try and keep our profanity down while
How
he's
about he
in
turn
there.
his fucking head down?
I said, John said, "I'm sorry, Jason. I think you need to get your ears fucking clean."
Yeah, for real.
I
I'm
said-
not going to... If you're wearing headphones, it's not my fault. If we're on speaker, that's a different story. You should notify us that we're on speaker of some sort, and we'll, null it down. But if we're on headphones,
So
fuck you,
there's
bud.
no way. There's no way we can keep our profanity down.
Correct.
It's impossible.
It's a proven fact that people who use profanity are more truthful.
Me and Qual were playing Rocket League later that night after he told us this story.
Yeah.
And me and Qual were both going for the ball and missed like 4 times. We both went, fuck, 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 fuck. And then we went, oh shit, sorry, Jay. It was so good. What did he say to you the other night when we'd never heard him cuss like that before?
Who, James or Claude?
Yeah, James. We don't
James
ever
is
hear
not
James
because
cuss.
the kid's usually around.
But Gotham went to bed or something. He goes, I fucking hate you guys. Or something like that. Like he was irritated, but like jokefully irritated.
Yeah.
So he cussed, but he whispered. We were all like, whoa, James.
Shut the fuck up.
It was so funny. Did you say you were going to clip it? I thought he said that. He was like, oh, I'm going to clip that. It was very funny, though. But yeah, so if we know Gotham's in the room, we need to try to avoid at our best,
Sorry, James.
be on our best behavior, or else
mean-
James isn't going to hang out with us anymore.
That's not our fault.
Kind of
any way.
is.
In any way, it's not our fault.
Kind of is.
He has headphones on.
Okay, but still, if
Get
you...
closed back headphones then to where the people
doesn't
outside
matter.
the room
It doesn't matter.
in the room cannot hear what the people in the
doesn't
headphones are.
matter.
It does matter.
It does not matter.
It does.
It does not.
Just like I'm watching porn, I'm not going to use open back headphones.
Okay, but you play it out loud enough to where I can come in from lunch
We
and
talked
hear
about
you
this
playing
on
it in the
last
shower.
podcast, okay?
Yeah.
And also, I'm not ashamed.
Okay. And?
If there was a child involved, sure, I'd be a little ashamed.
Okay, so now you know how James feels.
No.
Yes.
I'd be a little ashamed, like the littlest bit, but I'd tell the kid what happened. No?
No, you don't tell the child you're watching porn.
Why?
Because he has no idea what it is.
How old is the child?
That's where it comes into play.
Correct. If it's old as Gotham, who's like what
5 now.
4? He's 5. He doesn't he won't. Not only will he not remember, not only he will not understand.
Porn? Yes.
won't
The word
matter.
fuck? Yes. He does understand.
He can remember the names, but he's not gonna remember what they mean. He can be told they're bad, but when he's told they're bad, he's gonna use them more.
Well,
That's how kids
James
work.
made it very clear that
We should say shit.
no, that to Gotham that is a word to never be used in the house
Until
ever.
he's 13 years old.
And he's saying it every night on his Xbox.
On his Xbox.
Me.
What?
Y'all know I used to cuss every other word because I thought it was cool when I was young.
Yeah, when you're like 14, yeah.
On Xbox. That's why I was
Yeah.
making the reference to me who
Oh.
wasn't allowed to cuss outside, but
I
I
got
would
you.
start cussing in my room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very loudly.
Yeah, and then mom would come in and be like, I'll beat your ass.
Calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
Speaking of Xbox,
Good times.
Did you see that Colin said the Battlefield open beta is open
Yeah.
or soon?
Uh-huh.
I'm excited. I really hope this one's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, same. It looks really good.
Yeah.
But
GBH, did you look at SnowRunner when I mentioned it to him? You should. It does look like a fun game. It looks like a mix of like like fucking all the semi simulators / what was that open world cars game that you could play with friends that you could actually drive real
The Crew?
Crew. It looks like a mix of the Crew / like semi simulator somewhat. It looks very cool. Yeah. My coworker is showing me in all his different trucks. You get real trucks, not like, knockoff bullshit. You get Fords, GMC, Chevy, whatever, and you can also get the different 18-wheelers and all that shit. It looks very fun.
Is it in the snow?
The different area. There's mudding, there's snow, there's different. It's very cool. I think I'm going to buy it when I get my paycheck. It looks very fun. I've been looking for a new game that like I haven't really played before, and I bought this Sonic bundle that was on sale for $20, $30 or whatever. It came. Not only did it come with all the old Sonics that we used to play, including Sonic Spinball. Do you remember that? Came with that. It came with all the newer Sonic games too. I've been playing a couple of them. They're all right. But I only bought them because it had all the old
I think that's
games.
always why I've been so into Warframe. It's because it's completely different than anything I ever
And
play.
I can't get into it. I'm sorry.
It's been
You'll
a
have fun
thousand
with
times
it until we
different
get to
than
the
I
next
ever
one.
have. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I've been playing MMO. Like I was just telling you about. I want you to give another chance since your game got erased. I want you to give another option, another chance.
Podcast etiquette. Don't whisper. No, you can't. As long as it's ASMR.
People don't listen always. Can I tell you a dirty? I'm sorry. I wanted to get closer to the mic. That one was not intentional. I'm sorry. Can I tell you a dirty secret? You don't tell anybody else.
You do realize we're on a podcast?
That nobody listens to. It's fine.
About 4 people do, but okay.
That's fine. You know that, like, so ASMR, there's different categories of
Yes.
ASMR. Have you seen the chalk breaking ASMR?
Yes.
Tiffany's into that. And she literally bought the brand of chalk that breaks down in your hands. I didn't learn this till the other night. But so rewind like 6 to 8 months ago, she had this trash can that had a bunch of white powder and like crap in it. And I was like, maybe that's just her vacuuming, whatever, dust or whatever. I didn't know what the fuck it was. Rewind to 3 or 4 days ago, or fast forward to 3 or 4 days ago, I learned that she's got the ASMR fetish of breaking chalk in her hands and listening to it. She watches videos on Instagram and all that stuff of it, and she bought the chalk, and she let me do it. One, I get it. Not necessarily watching the videos, but doing it. It was very like therapeutic. Yes, that's the word. That's the word. Thank you. I said it.
Ding, ding, ding. Word of the day. Therapeutic.
We haven't done word of the day in a
Long time.
hot minute.
Long time.
New bits. Podcast 101. is very therapeutic. Very therapeutic. You can look at my watch. There's chunks of chalk stuck in my watch.
Very nice.
Because I didn't actually clean it properly. But
one that I want to do is the soap cutting.
I think that's cool. I do like that
That looks
one.
fun.
I do like that one.
That
one's
one
kinda
looks
cool.
fun.
I feel like doing it would be better than watching it, though.
Correct. Watching it is
I feel like
satisfying.
most ASMR would be better doing it as opposed to watching, except the talking ones. I don't want to do the talking
Andy
ones.
does the ASMR touches, and I.
What, like,
Yeah,
that,
like
but
with the
close up
nails
mic?
and no, like she like do it down my arm, but way softer and like
right next to the mic as it's going down. Yeah. No, thank you.
Mm.
I feel like the
No, she does the touches to me. Like she'll do
Oh.
like if there were a mic, what somebody does to a surface, that's what she does to me. And like it's nice, but it also gives me the chills, which is what it's supposed to do. But I'm not 100% into that.
right. Only if it's a one that.
But
you
she
actually
likes
enjoy.
like the tapping of stuff and like when somebody has nails and they tap it on a can or that's what Andy
Oh, right.
likes.
Yeah, on a
Andy
can.
loves ASMR. Yes,
Like
that's
that.
the shit she loves.
Mm.
I want to do those clay cracking things.
Clay cracking.
It's like it looks like Play-Doh on the inside, but the outside is hard clay, and you just
That's kind of like the
crunch
soap
it
one.
all together.
But not the soap. I'm sorry, the chalk,
chalk
one.
one.
The chalk one turns into a powder, and that powder is super fine. It almost feels like a really soft flour, like baking flour or whatever.
Mhm.
It's actually pretty nice.
Hmm.
When she let me into it, she was like, "Do you want to do one?" And I was like, "Well, yeah. I mean, I gotta know what this is about. Obviously, you're showing me this. Like, I want to know why you're so into it." And I did one. I was like, "Ooh, this is doing." Like, she showed me the videos. I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I kind of get
it's
it.
chalk being broken apart, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of get it." But doing it was way different story. I was like, "This is," and I kept breaking and I kept breaking. I was like, and I played with the dust, and I was like, "This is kind of nice." The only thing that wasn't nice was like the chalk powder that like
Shoots
shoot
out.
up and shit because it's dust at that point, and some of the particles are so fine that it's just poofing out. But just like breaking that first piece, and that's like, okay, that's kind of satisfying, and then crumbling it in your hand was pretty satisfying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not necessarily into the ASMR part, but I'm into the doing it. I think that's very cool. What are you checking your phone for?
Just saying what the text was.
You have something to share with the class?
No.
What does it say?
It's Andy said I did light blue.
She did light blue.
There's a picture of her nails.
Perfect. What color are you doing your nails?
Not light blue.
Why not?
Because I have an interview Friday.
You actually have the interview this Friday.
Yep. I sold the 240 too. That's news to the podcast as
That is
well.
new to the podcast. There's a
That
moth, on the light.
flying. We all looked at it. We were all
It
looking
kind
at
of
it
just
at one
came out of
point.
nowhere. He
Um,
sold Janae.
Yep.
Poor Janae. Not fully, but there's somebody that wants it very, very bad.
Technically, I did sell it. He gave me a down payment for
Technically,
it.
you did not sell it. He does not own it yet.
True. It will be gone on the 15th. He texted me yesterday morning saying he got the day cleared to have it off, so he will be here on the 15th.
He will, is he trailering?
Yes.
Excellent. Good. He's not going to drive it. That's good.
No.
Don't do any more to it then. Don't spend any more money than you need to.
I changed the oil in it, and I'll vacuum it and wash it. That's all I'm doing.
Perfect.
Do the photo shoot.
Do the photo shoot. Are you going to do with Qua and Andy? Did you see Qua's message? Okay.
Yeah. But he's out of town next weekend.
Oh, right. So you're not doing it with Qua.
Probably not.
Sorry, Cole.
That's why he asked if I wanted to do it this weekend. I was like, well, I already left it at the shop, so
Well.
can't.
Is it drivable?
No.
Okay. Well, then fuck it. You better go for one last good, fun joyride in it. It blows it up on the last joyride. He
Hell
can't
no.
sell it.
Hell no.
Sells it for half the price you wanted.
Mm-mm. Nope. But yeah.
But yeah. What do you want to do?
Bye.
We're going to do the last 5 minutes.
I don't know.
Oh.
What'd you do this weekend?
Worked.
That it?
That's it.
Nice.
That's exactly it. That's all I did this weekend. Last night I came home and I got 2 hours of sleep on Friday because Tiffany fell asleep at 9:30 on Friday night. I went to bed about 12:30 watching TV and playing games on my phone. That's when I texted you about the big win on my casino game. And then I fell asleep about 12:30. She wakes up at 2:30 in like a panic and wakes me up saying, "Where's Peyton? Where's Peyton?" Who's her daughter, who stays. It's the one she has partial custody to or whatever. And I was like, "Babe, she's not here. She's not here right now." And she goes, "Okay. I'm sorry. I just had a bad dream and it freaked me out." And we stayed up for like maybe 30 minutes, and I couldn't fucking fall asleep. It's like I get woken up after 2 hours of sleep, and I can't fucking fall asleep. She fell right back asleep after 20, 30 minutes, and I was like, God damn it. I had 2 hours of sleep before work yesterday. I was so fucking cranky. I went off on my boss a little bit because he scheduled me for 6 days this week, and I was like, no. I scratched myself off on one day. I was like, I need 2 days off. And he's like, really? And I was like, yeah. I'm tired of everybody else fucking having all these days off. I want 2 days off, especially if I have to work Saturday, Sunday every fucking week. I said that to him. He goes, okay, whatever. Let me see what I can do. And he's like, can you do 6 days this week? And I was like, fine, whatever. And I apologized to him for like being so angry. I had 2 hours of sleep, yada, 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 yada. I was like, you know what? Fine. Whatever. It's overtime. I'll make some extra money on the next check. Whatever. Fine. Last night, came home 6 o'clock. I passed the fuck out. Woke up at 8, ordered some food, ate it, watched some more TV, passed out about 8 o'clock. Woke up at 2, fell back asleep at 2:30 and woke up at 7. So I got about good 10 to 12 hours of sleep last night. It was nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. And then went back to work. That was my weekend.
Hell yeah.
How was your weekend?
It's pretty good.
What'd you do?
Oh boy. Friday night, me and Andy made deep fried Oreos here.
Bitch.
And then we watched the first episode of Squid Games.
Right.
And then some Shark Tank. She passed out.
She passed out then, some Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she was passing out during Squid Games, and I'd already seen the scene that was coming up on TikTok. I kind of spoiled it for myself. I watched the whole thing on TikTok, so I knew what was going to happen.
Damn it.
It was only the first episode, which was fine.
Okay.
I didn't even know it was the first episode. Like,
Oh.
it could have been the 5th episode for all I'd known.
Yeah.
But I watched what happened, and right when that scene started, I was like, Andy, you need to wake up. Like, you need to watch this fucking part.
crazy.
This is the part you need to be watching for this whole show. She's like, okay. Shut up. And then when it was done, she's like, oh my fucking God. I was like, right?
Which one? Which game was it? Red Rover, or was it which one?
Red Light, Green Light, you mean?
Red Light, Green Light.
Yes.
That's the first
It's
episode.
episode 1. That was not a fart.
Was it a poop?
Yeah.
You pooped a little bit?
No. It
Oh.
tried.
It tried. It said no.
That's why I squeezed.
You said no.
That's why I squeezed.
Oh.
But yeah, and then Saturday, play some games with Ethan in the morning, and then about 2 o'clock, I went over to Andy's house so we could get ready and go to her friend Sebastian's house because they were having a family cookout and they wanted us to come. So we went over there, had, what are they called? Kebabs, chicken kebabs with peppers and onions, ceviche, and they made these potatoes. They're like little baby potatoes.
Red?
No, white.
White, okay.
And they had like parsley and garlic and butter and salt all over them. They were really good, man. I ate like 7 or 8 of them.
Like this big?
Yeah.
That's not that many.
But I ate potatoes, dog.
Good for you.
They were really fucking good.
Good.
And ceviche was really good too. And then, so Sebastian has an older sister named Ivana, and she has a kid,
right?
And her husband has a kid. They had a baby together. The baby's name is Isaac.
3.
This is the 1-year-old. No, there's 2 kids. Isaac.
She had a kid before him.
No.
He had a kid before her.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So Ivana and Joshua have their baby Isaac. The
Joshua, is he white?
Yes.
Okay.
We get along very well.
Because you're white.
Yes. And we're kind of nerdy. And we're stoners.
So you're not a stoner anymore?
Well, stoner mentality.
Yeah.
I will be a stoner. Soon.
Anyways.
So Isaac is their kid that they had together. He's the one that the 1-year-old birthday party that they turned up and they didn't want me to leave.
Oh yeah.
Remember that whole story? Yeah. That's Sebastian's older
Go back and
sister's
listen to episode
son.
94. That's
Maybe.
a random
Yeah,
guess.
that's maybe. And so Ivana, their baby Isaac, and then Josh's kid Whitley is there. They have main custody of Whitley, I believe.
Okay.
And Whitley is real sweet. She's like 7, maybe 8. She's young. She's really sweet. She's really funny too. And so we're all drinking. We're all having beers, eating dinner. And then their friend, or Sebastian's friend Jesse, shows up, and he brings a bottle of tequila.
Of course.
I don't remember the name of it, but it had a donkey on it, and it was really good. It tasted like Casamigos.
Is that George Foreman's?
George, not Foreman.
What's his name? Oh, I know it. Starts with a C.
Clooney.
There you go.
I
I don't even drink it.
But it was half the price of the George Clooney tequila, and
That's
it tasted basically the same with the same smoothness.
Good.
It wasn't even a silver. It was a... Jesus Christ!
Gold?
Gold or Añejo, one of those two.
Añejo's really dark.
Then it was gold for sure. And we had like 4 or 5 shots.
Oh,
finished
shit.
the whole bottle.
All right.
And Whitley's like, "Can we play hide and seek? Can we play hide and seek?"
Y'all's drunk asses
Everybody played hide and
yeah,
seek.
that's cool.
Except Ivana, Sebastian, and Sebastian's boyfriend. And the mom, Amelia, Sebastian's mom. But like, basically all of us played hide and seek.
Adult hide and seek. We love it.
With a young child.
Yeah, that's
And
great.
so me and Andy go straight upstairs. We're hiding upstairs. I'm in a closet. She's in the bathtub.
Okay.
And we're sitting up there, and it's been like 20 minutes.
Oh, shit.
And there's no sign.
Who's seeking?
Whitley.
Of course.
She wanted to find everybody.
Of course.
And so she, of course, found everybody that was outside first in the backyard because they weren't really hiding. They're just standing out there.
Behind a tree or something.
Yeah. So she found them, and Andy can hear Whitley talking to Ivana saying, I'm scared. I don't want to find them. She didn't want to come upstairs where all the lights were off to try and find us.
Lame.
And Ivana goes, "They've been hiding for so long. You better go find them."
Yeah.
And meanwhile, me and Andy are texting each other like, "I'm fucking sweating. Like I'm literally sweating in this
so
closet."
bad.
Andy had to pee, and it just got to a point of where I heard Andy flush the toilet, wash her hands, and then walk out. I was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, I literally, when she walked by, I said, "Pussy."
Yeah.
She just laughed, and so she goes downstairs, and they find her. Like, she hid downstairs again, I guess. But they didn't find her. They were making it seem like she was the last one found, even though they found me last.
Wow.
But she told them where I was. She said he's upstairs near Sebastian's room.
What the fuck?
And I was like, okay.
That's not how you play hide and
All
seek.
right. And so I was technically the winner.
Of course.
And we all go downstairs. And she goes, "Wait, we have to find Carla." Because Whitley, was playing it off that they never found her. And so I was like, I know she's upstairs because that's the last place I knew she was. She texted me and told me I'm in Sebastian's room hiding. She fucking lied and ratted on me.
That fucking...
And so I'm starting to walk upstairs with Whitley. And Whitley goes, "I'm scared," and grabs my arm like this. Like puts her
Oh
arm
my
around
God.
me. And has me like escorting her around upstairs. It's like, "You're so cute. You're so sweet."
watch out, Andy.
Oh no, Andy said when we were leaving, she goes, "When I was watching you play with Whitley, I don't know if I want a baby or not now." I was like, "Babe, no! Stop it. No children right now."
No children there.
But yeah,
I'm chilling.
it was a really good time.
Excellent.
I had a good time with
What
everybody.
was your day?
Games.
Do
Lots
you
of
understand what I said?
what I do today.
I said, what was your day?
Yeah.
Good
What'd you
job.
do today?
Play games.
Had 2 bowls of Cinnamon Toast
You
Crunch.
son of a bitch.
Some I bought it. Fuck you.
I buy shit that I put in the fridge for everybody. Fuck you.
Why you calling me a son of a bitch? When you say you eat the stuff you bought, I don't call you a son of a bitch.
I don't call you son of a bitch when you eat the shit I bought that I put in the fridge for everybody.
You put it in the fridge for everybody. That
You
was
don't-
in the cabinet for everybody, and I brought it in here this morning because I had 2 bowls.
It's right there.
Yeah, because I had 2 bowls of cereal this morning at my desk.
Hmm.
Poured the first one.
What?
Poured the first one. Came
Right.
in here, ate it, was still hungry, went and grabbed the box, came in here and poured a little bit more in.
Okay.
Played games all day.
Oh, that's what the vibrating is.
Played games all day. Ate pho for lunch. Been chilling since.
Alright.
That was my weekend.
Excellent.
Things I learned this weekend. I like the way they cooked potatoes and ceviche.
And ceviche.
Trevor's getting a phone call.
It's done. I was wondering what that noise
Time
was.
to end it.
It's time to...
I got poop.
He's got a
Poop and eat dinner.
poopy. It's time to poopy. The app is broken for our outro there.
Are you hungry?
Definitely. Are you hungry?
You order?
What do you want to order?
I don't know.
What are we ordering?
Whatever.
Whatever?
Sure. Thanks for everybody listening.
Thanks for listening. If
This
you
has
learned
been
something
your-
in this podcast,
Professors.
episode 101,
If you
put
learned
down
something,
your favorite professor.
put your favorite professor down in the
Professor
comments.
Cable or Professor Cable?
And
Take your guesses. Which one's which?
and leave your notes in the comments of what you learned today.
Yeah.
If you learned anything and you think is useful, tell us.
If you didn't learn anything,
You didn't listen.
you didn't listen.
You know what that means?
You know what that means?
Re-listen, bitch.
Rewind, bitch.
Call back.
Call back 30, 45 minutes ago.
Yep. Thanks for listening, everybody. We love you very much. We'll see you on episode 102.
102, where we talk about podcasts
No.
and what you should do during them.
No.
Oh.
That was this episode.
Oh,
You didn't
right.
even listen.
Sorry, guys. I didn't listen.